This is exercise number 15. Get ready, start. I am glad to welcome you to this first All India Conference on Letters to be held under the auspices of the central government. The history of India's achievement in the field of letters extends over millenniums and is evidence of the innate genius of the people and the encouragement and support extended by enlightened kings and other lovers of letters. These great traditions still remain, but for reasons which are well known, the patronage which in the past was extended to literature by the state has been absent ever since India lost her independence. Now that India is free, it is imperative that we try to make up for the lost ground and create conditions in which our languages can develop their innate potentialities and contribute to the heritage of the world. I may briefly refer to the proposal which was put forward over 5 years ago by the Asiatic Society of Bengal for the establishment of a national cultural trust. This was to be charged with the task of stimulating and promoting the culture of the country in all its aspects. The society proposed that the trust should function as an autonomous body and consist of three academies, that is, an Academy of Letters to deal with the Indian languages, literature, philosophy, and history, an Academy of Art and Architecture, and an Academy of Dance, Drama, and Music was intended that these academies should aim at maintaining and improving the standards of achievement of all these fields of culture. Since literature and culture can flower best in an atmosphere free from the restrictive influences of officialdom, it was proper for the Asset Society to recommend that the trust should be an independent body, predominantly non-official of its composition and operate through its own agencies. In order to give greater freedom to the trust and made to independently of annual grants from the central or provincial governments, the society also proposed that an endowment of 4 crores of rupees should be created. The proposals were referred to the Central Advisory Board of Education, which asked one of its committees to examine them. Accordingly, it was recommended that the central government should contribute half the amount, while the provincial governments and the Indian states should contribute the balance. You are all aware that ever since the attainment of independence, the country has been passing through a period of difficulty. As you know, the financial difficulties still continue, and this is not certain when the government will be in a position to carry out its program in respect of the trust. Nevertheless, a beginning has been made, and an All India Conference on Art was held at Calcutta in August 1949, as a result of which an advisory body on art was set up. We have decided to hold the conferences on letters and on dance, drama, and music during the current year so that the advisory bodies for these subjects may also be set up without further delay. In the pursuance of this decision that we have met today, and I am hopeful that your deliberation will help us the attainment of our objectives. I am glad to find this array of non-official talent in this assembly, the more so as the importance of non-official initiative in the fields of culture cannot be overemphasized. If you look at the agenda, you will find that the first item for your consideration is a proposal for the establishment of an Indian Academy of Letters, which will coordinate literary activities in all the Indian languages. Coordinate is perhaps an unfortunate word because all literary creation is an expression of the freedom of the spirit and does not lend itself to control and organization. What, however, an academy can do is to consider ways and means for the preparation and maintenance of an overall survey of literature in all the Indian languages so that through greater knowledge of one another's efforts, literary men and women in all the languages can be spurred to greater activity and help in the creation of a literature which is comparable to that of the advanced languages of the world. So long as there was an alien government in the country, the people were suspicious of any governmental interference in the sphere of literature and culture. This was natural, for the people feared that such interference would have political implications. Today, with the establishment of our national government, there need be no such political fears, and some people, in fact, expect the government to be entirely responsible for the development of our languages. I would, however, like to state that even our national government cannot and should not be expected to develop literature and culture through official orders. The government should certainly help both by material assistance and by creating an atmosphere which is congenial to cultural activities, but the main work of the development of literature and culture must be the responsibility of individuals endowed with talent and genius. Stop.